Alrighty guys, Sinclair gas. Aha, take a look guys. I don't know if you guys even noticed it. This fuel contains up to 10% ethanol. Validator checks, you've got your air card screen right here. You got the same grades, but all right, Sinclair gas. At least they're telling you. Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm Joey, you're watching VegasDtech, and this is going to be another continuation on the saga of the situation at the gas pumps, or what do I call it? The quest for the best. All right guys, so you know what? You guys seem to like these investigative reports, especially the ones here concerning the fuel. You know, since my father passed away and I stopped making material, YouTube pretty much scrubbed like 500 subscribers off my channel in the 6 months that I wasn't posting. You know, I mean, it's gonna happen, but oddly enough, in just the one video where I was doing the gas reports here, doing these neighborhood ride-alongs, all 500 came right back, man. So I just want to, first of all, before I say anything else, I want to say thank you so much. I really appreciate you, and I don't really think that a lot of these YouTube creators should give enough props to you folks out there. You guys are not just subscribers, you guys are my friends and, you know, my extended family, and I love making this material. You guys have supported me and given me a reason to come back out here and to continue making video footage, especially when I didn't think that I was going to be able to have the inspiration and desire to come back, you know, after the passing of my dad. But anyways guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out and take a look at these gas stations, gas pumps, service stations, whatever, and I'm going to take a look and see which one of these gas brands and companies care enough to put labels on there to let you know what it is that they have, that they're giving to you. Is it obvious? Is it something that you guys are missing? And maybe bring it to your attention of what to look out for when you go to the pumps. I did a little bit of research on the EPA talking about, you know, the legality of ethanol, because I have been getting some comments saying that, hey man, it's no secret that ethanol has been in the gas for a long time. And it was proposed and actually approved back in the Bush era. You know, for the EPA, for clean air standards, they wanted to put ethanol, but the proposals were never clear as to how much they were putting in. So the proposal in 2007 approved 13.7 billion gallons of ethanol to be distributed into the gas supply for the public. Okay, so what does 13.7 billion gallons of ethanol look like when it's actually in your fuel? What percentage is that? And what's really funny is when I read a little bit further, man, these bill proposals for the EPA, they read like the Epstein files, man. They go on and on and on. I read this other part on there that said that in 2022, a bill was proposed and it was approved to jump the ethanol content from 13.7 billion gallons distributed into our fuel supply to 37 billion, guys. How do you like them apples? From 13.7 billion gallons, they jumped it up to 30 billion. Why do you think that is? They say it's all they say that it is all to relieve the stress, you know, of the oil demands for our fuel, and also to clean up the Clean Air Act. Yeah, right. I mean, how do we know? You know what I mean? To me, it's just good for the oil companies, man, for profit. How do you really know what you're getting inside of your gas, right? So I just took it upon myself and randomly going to stations that I get my gas from and testing the fuel for you. But anyways, today guys, we're gonna go ahead and run around to all of these gas stations around here. I had a couple of people wanting me to go to certain places. The only place that I wasn't able to hit up on was Costco. I don't have one nearby me, and a Kirkland. I don't have one of those by me either. But everybody else I pretty much have, and we're gonna go to each one of these pumps and stations and take a look and see how legitimate and how truthful they are in providing these labels for the public. And maybe I can get you guys to notice at your area and at your gas stations what to look out for. So let's head on over there and let's get this started. The e-motorbike company IPA sent me out this AMP S electric motorbike. It claims that it can do 50 miles per hour and get up to 60 miles in range. We're going to utilize that on today's video as I ride around these gas stations, taking a look at these labels, and we're going to see, can it actually do that? Alrighty guys, so the first stop that we're going to have today is going to be Chevron. Looking like we got about $5 a gallon here. Actually, $5.49 a gallon. All right, so it looks like Chevron is $5.49 a gallon. And any ethanol, anything for the ethanol here? I see nothing for the ethanol, but I will check and see for people stealing from the credit card dispenser. That seems to be okay. Chevron gas. Moving on to the next station. All right, so the next place we got here is our favorite local. Never go here, but if you have to, I understand. We got 7-Eleven. And 7-Eleven looks like we're at what, $4.79, which is not top tier. So let's take a look and see if we got any labels here. First thing we'll do here is we'll double check and make sure the validator is legit, which it is. You got your grades 87, 89, 91. I don't see any of the E15 yet. Here we go. At least 7-Eleven shows that this thing contains at least 10% ethanol. Very good. Remember when I was showing you in my test? This had a good amount of it in there. But at least they're telling you that it's in there. You just got to look for it. Yeah, guys, 7-Eleven. All right, so what do we got next here, guys? We got another convenience store. This one here is going to be the Mobil, Exxon Mobil. And what's the gas price over here going to be today? Exxon Mobil does use Synergy as their additive. We've got the same thing. 87, 89, 91. This has got a different validator in there, but it seems to be safe. It's got the lock key on it. Good to go. What about the ethanol content? I don't see anything. Normally it's covered, but no ethanol content on this one. So I don't know. I haven't tested the Exxon Mobil, but it is a top tier brand, and you're getting the Synergy, but I don't see the labels on here. So, Exxon Mobil. Man, plenty of power on this bike. It says it can get 50 miles per hour, man. I'm getting up like 35 miles per hour just on a quick little flip. All right, guys, so this is another 7-Eleven, but they sell Sinclair gas. And what I'm being told is that Sinclair gas is a top tier brand. Looks like at the Sinclair, we're getting $4.67 a gallon. Let's go take a look at the pump. Alrighty, guys, Sinclair gas. Aha, take a look, guys. I don't know if you guys even noticed it, but there you go. This fuel contains up to 10% ethanol. Validator checks. You've got your air card screen right here. You got the same grades. But all right, Sinclair gas. At least they're telling you. So right across the street from the Sinclair gas, we've got Circle K. Let's run over here and check and see what kind of gas they're selling. Alrighty, guys, so here we come up to Circle K. right, Circle K looks like we got $4.79 a gallon here. Security decal is in. No fraud so far here. Air card validator is good, and 87, 89, 91. But do I see any type of ethanol warning? Nothing here. I'm not even sure who sells this gas. It's just regular Circle K gas. Don't know what this is, guys. We don't know what the ethanol content here is with this, but nevertheless, it's not a top tier brand, and that's why I was telling you, don't use the Circle K or the 7-Eleven, especially if you don't know who sells it. On to the next. So we're down here at the Shell, and it looks like Shell is selling at $5.39 a gallon for regular. Let's go take a look at their pumps. All right, so we're at the Shell here. Here we go. We're taking a look at the validator. See, they got some of these little stickers on here just to let you know that they're routinely coming out and checking. They're using these security features here to make sure that nobody's stealing from these validators, which is very nice. You got your air tap pay card. Gas prices got you down funny. All right, so anyways, let's take a look. Here's the ethanol sticker. You guys may not see. It should be a lot bigger than this, guys. You know what I mean? It does show, though, that it's 10% by volume. But I would like to see that somewhere along here. You know what I mean? Just like right here. That way you should know. It should be obviously placed. You know, when you're in a rush for gas, you're not going to pay attention to that little thing right there. So technically, they're legal, but it would be better if it was a lot bigger. But this is Shell, top tier brand. Okay, so they're using the Shell V-Power Nitro additive. So the prices are going to be a little bit higher, but it's going to be better for you overall. But once again, we got 2.7 miles on this guy right here, and I haven't used anything but maybe 20 cents worth of electricity. You know what's really nice about this little pit bike? It's so small. When I'm riding on the sidewalk like this, you could ride it as a regular bicycle. I put it in power mode 1, and it just creeps along. You know what I mean? It's like it's made for like a kid mode, like a walk mode. But if I need to get out on the street and really go for it, then I can just hit the button here and push it up into turbo, and then it'll go up to 51 miles per hour. If I want to ride it out on the street, if I have to like get across that intersection over there and I have to ride the street, this little guy's got the power to keep up with traffic. As you saw, I was holding with that Mustang right from the light, and we were doing about 50 miles an hour. All right, at another 7-Eleven here. We already know the gas prices, but we're just gonna check and see if the pumps say anything different at this 7-Eleven. Checking the validator here. This thing is good. The 3 Trump, I did that. Wow, that's funny. 3 of these grades, as you already know. Do we see a 10% on here anywhere? Nothing on here. Nothing on here. What is this here? Ultra low sulfur diesel. But I don't see anything on here that tells you the ethanol content on it. No brand name, generic. So guys, this could be anything. What does it say here though? It's the state of Nevada, Nevada Department of Agriculture approved fuel. So basically guys, this gas right here is just the bare bones minimum to meet the federal regulations or EPA standards for fuel. All right, let's pull into this gas station. What is this? This is another Chevron. Looking at $5.49. Of course, if you get a car wash, it's $5.09. Validator seems to be secure, 87, 89, 91. Pretty amazing here. They don't show anywhere that it has that 10%, but they're pretty fair. Chevron's pretty fair with the amount. I think they probably put like maybe 3 to 5% ethanol in their stuff. But like I said, you're backed up with the Techron, guys. So I like this gas right here. It works good for me. And do we need to fuel up on this thing again? No. About 4 or 5 miles on the machine so far, and still full power. And look, my battery bar still shows full bars. Probably used about 25 cents worth of electricity. We'll take a little back path action here. This is really nice, man, because I don't have to take the street. I don't need to take the freeway. And you've got these like little paths all around the neighborhood that you can ride your e-bike or e-moto or whatever. Just a shortcut, left or right. Let's go up the bridge. Plenty of power to climb the hill. Drop it back down to 1.
Warning lights are flashing.
Alrighty, guys, so we're right behind the Sam's Club here. And let's go take a look at these pumps. Now, guys, these pumps are always slammed, man. Hella people over here. I'm gonna attempt to try to sneak in here real quick and take a look at these pumps, but I can hardly ever get a clear pump because they're always so full. You gotta have a membership. You gotta have a membership to use this gasoline right here. But take a look at the price, $4.45 a gallon, and you wonder why. All right, so at least Sam's Club products contain 10% ethanol. I mean, it should be right here. I think it would be better, but it is there at least, and you can see it. And here's the prices. They don't have that, it has just premium and 87, no mid-grade over here. Validator looks proper, and that is Sam Club gasoline. All right, guys, so that was the little tour of the local gas stations that we have here in my neighborhood. 10 or 15 around here, man, just within the 3-block radius. And I did it all on this little e-bike, man, which is really amazing. I've used like, I think a half a bar of power, right? You don't need to shift gears, you just twist and go. Pretty awesome little bike, guys. Just a little pit bike. It's non-obnoxious. You know, nobody really cares. Look, it's smaller than most e-bikes, but it's got the nice big chunky battery inside of it. And I've used 1 bar of power. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars. I've used 1 bar of power, probably around 9 miles on it, and was able to get this thing done quick, fast, and easy. More to come on this. I'm gonna do a full product review on this little bike, but man, it was a blast going out and reporting all of those gasoline stations, and it would have taken forever in a car, wasting a whole bunch of gas and time. But with this guy, I was able to rip through it really fast. So thank you to IPUS for sending this thing out to me, and plan to do another review for it for you here just a little bit later. Alrighty, guys, we are back. I hope you guys liked that tour of gas that I took you on. So a subscriber sent me a message telling me that he has a friend that is an actual service truck driver that delivers fuel. And there was an instance where he was going to a private, gasoline station that's privately owned, and they were having problems with their tanks, where I guess the tanks were rusted, broken, leaking, whatever the situation may be, and they had to have all that gasoline removed. And the owner of that service station told the driver to take that gasoline and bring it to one of his other stations and to put it back into those tanks to be sold to the public. So imagine that, you know, having tainted fuel that's coming out of tanks that have rust in them and going to another service station. That's why I'm trying to tell you guys, don't be getting the cheapest gas from all of these places, man. Just because the gas is cheap, it could be doing way more problems and way more damage to your vehicle than just saving a couple of cents or a buck or so in your fuel. I mean, if you got to cut back, you know, on driving, you know, frivolous places, do that in the meantime. But I would just recommend, guys, getting your gas from top tier stations. The top tier brands I already told you about, you know, at least in my area. What is it? Chevron, Shell, Texaco, Exxon Mobil. Some people are saying to go ahead and you can even try Sinclair, Costco, and Kirkland. At least that's the stuff in my area that seems to be on the level. And the majority of those pumps, they are either going to add a solid additive package to offset the ethanol, or at least, you know, the ones there that are truthful, they're at least telling you that they have, you know, 10%. And if they say they have 10%, I'm probably for sure they got the full 10% in there. You know what I mean? And if they're not adding any additive package, you know that your gasoline is not going to be the best. Alrighty, my friends, well, that's everything that I have for you on this video right here. If you guys like this video, please do me a kindness and give me a like on there, man. It helps the YouTube algorithm to push this thing out so more people can be aware of what's going on and we can help our community, help our country. It'll be a great thing. And I just want to say thank you again. If you haven't done so, subscribe. Helps the channel grow and helps me to keep making material like this that I enjoy doing, and I hope you guys do too. But anyways, guys, I'm Joey. You're watching VegasDtech. Thank you once again for coming out with me on these neighborhood walk and talk, ride arounds, whatever you want to call it. I will get back, edit this video for you, and I will see you guys on the next video. You guys be well. Take it easy. Bye now.